CMO. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the lady and gentlemen in front of us as we take the picture. They are joined by the head of marketing and communications at FUFA, Mr. Rogers Nyamukama, and this is to signal what has just been announced, that MTN is back. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for that function. Now, we all know that MTN Uganda is back with the Uganda Prince, and that definitely says we are going to have a good time with the Uganda Prince as we cheer them starting tonight when they take on MTN Uganda, Sylvia Mlingi, and then the MTN Uganda CMO, Mrs. Om. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the stage.
Thank you, Patrick. My duty is a simple one. Is to call on stage the CEO of MTN. Sylvia, you have the floor.
And it is my singular honor and privilege on behalf of MTN Uganda to announce this day that MTN Uganda is back with the Uganda Great. MTN Uganda is bringing the game back to the fans. So Uganda, let's go! Let's go!
Yeah! You okay together with us? Okay. Join the FUFA president on the platform, and I'm officially handing over this session to Ms. Engineer Magogo, who is taking charge of this session.
Thank you, Patrick. I don't know whether I'm going to fit in your shoes, but I'll try to do this job. So, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Honorable.
We're really excited. This is part of the football community here, the media, the fans, and everybody. And you being here definitely causes a lot of excitement. But what do you think? What do we need to do from where you sit to ensure that football in Uganda, the national teams, men and women, can perform at the highest level?
Honorable, you see, of course, you talked about infrastructure, you talked about funding, you talked about corporate participation. Those are always the requirements. But I honestly do believe what Uganda and Ugandan football needs the most is the patriotism, is the fan following, is the frenzy, okay, is the excitement. Because you see, if you look at leagues across the world, if I take an example of the English Premier League, okay, Manchester United, Chelsea, these are big clubs. But look at a club like QPR, Queen's Park Rangers. They are small clubs, but on their day, in their stadium, when Manchester United comes to play with Queen's Park Rangers, the fans of Queen's Park Rangers are the ones who are frenzying. It's not a matter whether Uganda is the best team in the world or not. But what I think is missing today is that patriotism, the number of people in the stadium, the fan following, the amount of excitement, the happiness when Uganda does well, the sadness when Cranes loses. I think that excitement, that pulse is missing. That is something that we need to revive, and that is something Ugandan sports require and Cranes require today.
There was a time when the stadiums would fill, especially for the national team, and the results may not have been coming through. And when the results started coming through, we may not have seen as many numbers as they used to be. Right now, as we speak, we have over 10 national teams. Kindly allow me ask the players of the senior national team for the women to just wave to the people. They're in the building. Please. Part of the teams of the senior women national team, they played at Africa Cup of Nations since 2001. They did it 20 years later. Congratulations. And we have such results of some of these girls, the young ones, the boys, beach soccer. But the excitement hasn't been. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm very hopeful. And you know, Honorable, I was not here in Uganda at that point in time, but I do understand that that frenzy, that excitement was once there. Okay, there was a time when the stadiums would get filled no matter what the trains do, no matter what the game is about, everybody will come together. So what I would love to do is take you, I know you've been there since long, but I want to take you to a journey, okay, on those days when the frenzy was there. So, can we take a look at that journey, Honorable, if you permit?
Can we invite you to look at the video?
Uganda Football Associations, can we continue with your remarks?
Once again, I would say welcome to FUFA Watch Party, where Uganda will be playing against Senegal in Chan. It's an exciting day, and for us, we use our game for the benefit of our country, give younger players an opportunity to play. It's our objective as the federation that what we would want to achieve is playing at the expanded World Cup, which will be in Canada, Mexico, and the USA in 2026. But for us to be able to achieve that, we have been engaged in a number of youth competitions. We are going to be engaged in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers 23 and 2025. And of course, there have been challenges along the way. We have a challenge of the infrastructure, and we are working with government and all other private stakeholders to ensure that we solve. And we shall solve this one. We have very good account on the side of government that there is a big effort to ensure that we solve the challenge of infrastructure. There's also been a challenge of the law, but we're all aware that within the next few weeks, the Ugandan Sports Act that I presented to Parliament myself as a private member will be able to become law if assented to by the President. We believe that the remaining bit will be now the fund. And for us, we believe that the private sector, we believe that government will continue funding the entire sports sector. Because as we speak today, sports is a $600 billion economy worldwide. And what are we partaking as a country? Until we professionalize the game, until we get professional athletes at a high level, we may not be benefiting from that. But going to the World Cup at the senior level in 2026, and also targeting to get the World Cup for the under-20, which will be coming in Egypt in the next month. We believe these are the baby steps we have to take, and we believe that working with everybody in the country, pushing in the same direction, it is our country, it's our game.